Sam, what's your main message around looking after yourself during this period of time?
I think for myself, and this is what we're doing as a family, is we're actually listening to the recommendations from the government because we're in lockdown for a reason. So we're trying to stop the spread of this virus, and so we're trying to do everything they say, but also we're not sitting and waiting for the lockdown to happen. We're trying to create awesome memories for ourselves and our kids. So that's what we're trying to do. But we're lucky we've got some space to roam around and do some of those niggly jobs that normally you probably put on the to-do list, but the reality is you never do them.
I think one of the positives that's coming out of this, particularly for farming and rural, a lot of people who don't normally appreciate what farmers do for the country are starting to really understand the importance of food production and the essential services. And just thought if that's sort of come across your mind.
Yeah, it is really interesting. I know farming have had a bit of bad press lately, but it's really cool to hear what people are actually doing out there, even though we are in a lockdown, how they're trying to help everyone understand what farmers are all about, how they care about their stock, their land, the people that work on it. So it's cool to hear of those stories.
Yeah, and for any people in rural settings that are maybe just struggling a bit at the moment, what would your main message be to them in terms of what are some things that work for you that are quite a Farmstrong approach to life?
The biggest thing for us at the moment is actually making a plan and writing it down of what is the priority on the list, what is the thing we should be doing first of all, and going from there. When you have a plan and it's written down for us, it seems to go from a complicated issue to a pretty simple one of, right, let's do this first. Once that's done, then we can go forward and do the next thing without trying to do 1,000 things at once and you end up doing none of it.
Yeah, because I know when I've talked to you before, you talk quite a lot about this, the things you can control, the things you can't, and then the things you can influence. That's a good strategy along those lines, isn't it?
Yeah, like the biggest thing, everyone would love to go straight out of lockdown and back to the old way we did everything, but that's not the reality now. We all know there's change ahead of us. We don't know what it looks like, but there's no point getting too caught up in what that's going to look like. When you get that information, yes, you can deal with it then, but at the moment, trying to preempt that might not be the best case and not the best thing to do.
So with that uncertainty, just how do you deal with uncertainty?
Yeah, I think everyone deals with it differently, but for myself, I always look at the big picture in, 3 years' time and 2 years' time. Will this be a time we look back and go, we used this as a great opportunity to do what we wanted, or did we get grumpy with it and sit around in the house and do nothing? So for me, I always kind of look further ahead because these hard times will stop, like the pain will stop at some stage. How long that it takes, I think no one knows. But the good thing about it is you can get some really good information out there, but the thing that I've learned with Christchurch earthquake, with the terrible shootings in Christchurch, is you don't actually want to read the media and listen to all the news too much. You actually want to go, okay, I'm going to listen to it for half an hour in the morning and half an hour at night, or watch the news or whatever it is, and that's all you do. Don't look at it constantly because it just gets you down and it puts more stress and strain on you rather than gives you an opportunity to get away from that pressure situation.
Yeah, it's really good advice. Really good advice, Sam. And then just one final thing. What's been your highlight then of over the last few weeks?
I am just thinking of a couple of incidents. We've been cleaning out some old sheds and we've found some amazing old pieces of tools and machinery. We found some massive double-handed saws that are oiled up and put on the wall that would have been used to build our house. So
Wow.
cool to find things like that. But while we've been tidying stuff out, we've found a few mice and a few things, and Fred's been there with me, but he absolutely loves squishing cockroaches. So I do feel sorry for the cockroaches to a point because he tries stamping on them and he takes about 50 goes to get one, and the other 10 obviously disappear. But he's absolutely loving it, and it's pretty cool to see him have these experiences, even though the world has a bit of uncertainty at the moment. So, he likes looking at himself in the phone.
Yeah, so for people who've got a little bit more time when they're not attending social things, what would you recommend they do?
Yeah, there's heaps of things to do, but one thing I reckon is head to the website, farmstrong.co.nz, have a look. It'd be awesome if you, A, have a look yourself, or B, get someone else to look with you.
Any final sort of shout out to the rural sector just during this time from you?
I think for everyone, whether you're rural or not, it's do what we're meant to be doing. Keep that 2 metre distance, because there'd be nothing worse than someone you work with, someone you love, when you're not listening and doing what you should do, they're obviously getting sick, or worst case scenario, passing away. So pretty awesome that the rural community's working hard as always, and going to pull us out of this slump.
Thanks for your time, Sam, and enjoy the coming weeks, and look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah, no, it sounds good.